Yeah.
All right, so Maokai, Callista, Senna out. No Corki for Faker. No Ash Varus, very dangerous. So we're just gonna go back to Lucian. Okay, Aphelios Milio, Lucian Nami, Oriana Azir. Wow, we're just doing the meta trades in draft here. Okay, no Nocturne, no Sejuani, no J4. Does this mean a Lilia pickup? Poppy's still up. Rel is up. That owner would also pick that, but Vi is up. So we're just gonna play Vi. Aatrox Vi. Okay, fine. And Yone. No. Jax. Well, not an exciting draft, guys. Not an exciting draft. Zeus on the lethality Aatrox, as is tradition.
When it comes to the volume, that is great to hear. As Owner and Sponge, very close by, as we have a 5-point defense system.
If you have the M50X, I recommend buying the velour pads. I have some of those on my other ones.
Cheeky ward. Yeah, like that, like that.
Get that information early. Make sure you don't get Owner shown up where you don't expect him. You know, I think this is a good opportunity to talk a little bit about Azir.
Please do.
I feel like one big thing is that we're seeing a lot of tank junglers. Like a lot. Vi is kind of like the exception where she's a bruiser she's actually like a tank just pretending to be a bruiser in terms of what she offers. Yeah, but she at least has more damage. I feel like the problem is when you have like a Rel and an Azir in the mid jungle 2v2, if you shuffle like Faker, you just don't quite have enough damage to burst him down, you know?
Yeah, who kills him?
Exactly, and if Owner and Faker opt into that 2v2 and you get Vi ulted in your shockwave, you're just gonna go down if you're Satab. So
one thing that Azir has struggled with though is dealing with the Rookers. And there aren't very many champions that will build a Rookern in T1's composition, right? So that might be something that he can mitigate.
True.
Where's the Frozen Heart coming from? You know?
Yeah, actually, that's a valid point. Probably not going to see a Frozen Heart anytime early.
T1 legit ints for fun this game. Yeah, they do that sometimes.
He's going to be exhausted here very early on. Hits the level 2.
Okay, just free trade. Free exhaust.
Exhaust taken by Teddy. It is interesting.
Yeah, interesting, because normally we get the barrier heal combo just to try and mitigate the burst. Going for the exhaust here instead.
Does mean that if he dashes forward and presses...
I haven't seen Richard's video on Riot Vanguard.
Damage, I feel like exhaust is relatively valuable there.
Yeah, I also think that one big thing is that for a big reason why we saw exhaust not being taken for a while with Lucian is because Lucians would run cleanse, and they would just cleanse it, and then you didn't have the option to do anything. But obviously...
I don't really understand it, because there's not a big cheating issue in League of Legends.
Mitigate that damage.
We'll see how it does work out.
You know what I mean, guys?
Continues. Rascal
pretty well.
Yeah, pulling out the ranged minions before he does decide to head home. Does get himself a nice little back timing there. Double crash of the wave. I'm pretty sure. I think some of the ranged minions may not necessarily get there, but still, good time.
Am I going to finish the Count of MonteCristo? Maybe someday when I have time. It is an EU Grandmaster Plus. You find that there's a cheating issue?
Land a really nice trade there onto Gumayushi.
Yeah, I mean, we're only 3 minutes in, but this is a good start for DRX.
Yeah, I would say so. And we're going to stay positive. Oh, that was...
Whoops.
Okay, cut the video. As we can see, low health bars everywhere. Satab almost just solo killed here by Faker, who needs 9 kills for 3,000. There is a Shattering Strike. Crash down, but a bit of a crash in the jungle just in general there from Sponge, unfortunately. Owner is going to be able to achieve full control. Should be able to grab a couple of scuttles here as well off the back end after both junglers have completed their full clears.
I think I just spoke a bit too soon, you know?
Yeah, it was, I mean, I didn't want to say cast a curse or anything like that because you are the silver linings guy. Yeah. Or at least the bronze copper linings.
Copper lining?
Yeah.
Well, the copper lining is they didn't actually die there, so...
There we go. Didn't flash either.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I would go as far as to say that's a silver lining. You know, I think up to tier. I think that is a full silver lining.
Well, there also, you know, there isn't any Rift Scuttlers to take, but still only a camp behind is Sponge. And he will be able to find some of these angles as this game goes on. Zeus finds an Infernal Chain, cut the video, and Gumayushi taking a bit of damage here. Good fire kick, and actually Teddy going forward. A couple more autos, and he's dead, and that's...
What the hell?
Zeus finds an Infernal Chain, cut the video, and Gumayushi taking a bit of
gets
damage.
Knocked back,
kick,
rooted,
Teddy going forward.
focused.
A couple more autos, and he's dead.
What? Guma. Guma.
Finds an infernal chain.
Dashes forward for the trade. Shield up. Knock back. Rooted, CC'd.
Good fire kick, and actually Teddy going forward. A couple more.
All right, Kyria is just not a part of this for a long time.
Finds an infernal chain, cut the video, and Gumayushi taking a bit of damage here. Good fire kick, and actually Teddy going forward. A couple more autos.
I mean, Teddy's no slouch, right? You don't fuck around with the top or bottom lane in this team. You can fuck around with the jungle and mid all you want.
Fantastic. Teddy and Pleta winning out the 2v2, and
one day I will get a notification and not just get here by random chance in the middle of game 3. Why aren't your notifications working, man?
You're kind of just auto-attacking.
Kyria has no mana for bubble or was on cooldown.
There isn't any Rift Scuttlers to take.
Right. He has very low mana. What's Bubble's mana cost?
And he will be able to find some of these angles as this game goes on. Zeus
I think he has enough mana for Bubble.
finds an infernal chain, cut the video, and Gumayushi taking a bit of damage here. Good fire kick, and actually Teddy going forward.
I mean, he has no mana for Bubble now.
And he's dead, and that's first blood for the bottom lane of DRX. A couple more autos, and he's dead, and that's first blood for the bottom lane of DRX.
Pretty troll, though.
That's not even silver lining. That is just great.
Yeah, fantastic. Teddy and Pleta winning out the 2v2, and this is one of the weaknesses of Lucian Army in the early levels. You don't have the burst to 100 to 0, and once your cooldowns are gone...
There was no Discord notification. Yeah, I gotta get on that. For real.
Pleta gonna get bubbled, and
dies. There's no... I'm just gonna keep
Guma just trolling Kyria. Yeah, Kyria did not seem prepared for that maneuver. And had probably too low mana. He definitely had too low mana for a full cooldown rotation of spells. Elephant or my Discord? My Discord, yeah. We wouldn't do this on Elephant's Discord. I need to resurrect my Discord from the dead.
Wants to push him out, but you can see CET, he's going back, doesn't have teleport. Faker's still
I'll do that, guys, in the Lunar New Year break for LPL and LCK when the stream schedule won't be quite so crazy.
Just both taken away. Bob just by himself.
The big thing with getting the first Void Grub is that... Oh,
okay. A minute. Rascal gets a flash out of Zeus here on this top side.
Oh, no.
And Owner is back again. That is going to be a secure. Very nicely done there by Sponge. Collects 2 of them. But yes, what's good about taking the first one?
So the big thing, you know how with jungle items you get extra XP for every camp you take? Like the big monster gives you like 80 extra XP roughly, right?
Yep.
We'll watch the replay first and then I'll get into that. But yeah, so Gumayushi's low on mana, uses his combo, and then there's just nothing left in the tank here, and he's stuck up close. You can see he's trying to get to the wall to flash away, doesn't get it in time, just beautifully disengaged, but...
Oh, Satab is... That's not the lane, that's the river. Faker is going to get shuffled, actually. Delivered to Sponge. Flash Ash to come through, but Sponge is immediately flashing after him. Faker could die as well. That's not the lane, that's the river.
What are we doing?
Is going to get shuffled, actually. Delivered to Sponge. Flash Ash to come through, but
we're just walking into dark spots of the map where Rel could be.
Shockwave, but it ain't gonna save him, and Satab moves DRX to 2-0.
What a start, honestly, and they're able to find the 2v2. Faker just a bit overconfident there. You know, I was talking about...
It's funny because the bot lane still has this 20 CS gap, and top lane has a huge gap, so the gold is actually going to be in T1's favor after Zeus takes this plate in spite of everything.
This is not a DRX that we just witnessed lose a game to Bro. You know, that was a difficult series to watch.
Again, you know, we joked about it.
Yeah.
Lured them into a false sense of security. T1 confident, oh, you know, we're 3-1, they're 1-3, but DRX have started off really well.
And this, you know, I didn't want to say it, right? Because this is a very different story to what we saw yesterday. D+ versus Guangdong Freaks. It was D+ that was playing more of these mid-range compositions, mid-game compositions, around Lucian, things like that, and it didn't work out for them. There were a lot more whoopsies that I don't expect T1 to make, but maybe we do need to have that conversation about the fact that DRX does have a lot more longevity to this composition, and if T1 don't start that snowball rolling, things could become difficult. Rascal coming forward as Sponge is here again. Remember, no flash on Zeus. No Umbral Dash either, as there is the Magnet Storm. They didn't even want to invest it, as Leap Strike comes in and the flash has to be used, but Rascal is able to lock. No flash on this composition.
Yeah, if only Zeus had not wasted his flash earlier, this might be an entirely different situation.
Rascal coming forward as Sponge is here again. Remember, no flash on Zeus. No Umbral Dash either, as there is the Magnet Storm. They didn't even want to invest it, as the Leap Strike comes in and the flash has to be used, but Rascal is able to lock down the kill.
I mean, at least they get a flash out of it. That's the one silver lining.
Yeah, so well played actually at the end. You know, Rascal goes in for the finishing blow, and Sponge just tanks the tower. Makes sure
How long will we see double support item? Until 14-2 when it's nerfed.
This matchup, but really nice gang coming out from Sponge. He's been doing a solid job so far.
Man. Wasn't on my bingo card. There's a lot of things that haven't been on my bingo card over the last couple of days. This is certainly one of them. As Owner is going to lock down the first Drake of the game. And it's only 300 gold, right? But when DRX are winning like this, after the woes that they have had here in the LCK, this is not the 2-0.
Blind face-checking brushes when you don't know where Rel is.
Yeah, and it was just a really nice...
Just a bit of trolling from T1, guys.
Timed it for when Faker threw the ball out to make sure there wasn't really any recourse immediately. And then had the follow-up. And we see here Rascal just getting out of the tether distance in time to follow up here. Oh,
yep. Owner is going to go a bit aggressive onto Pleta, but Teddy might have been his target. Now Kerry is going to come on over. Teddy is inside.
Getting out of the
what is Teddy doing?
To follow up here. Oh.
So you see a level 6 Vi,
yep.
and they're capable of just walking past this turret because the minion wave is pushed up.
Might have been his target. Now Kerry is going to come on over. Teddy is in so much trouble. There he goes. Faker moving in as well. Flash out from Pleta. Faker moving real quickly thanks to the Aqua Prison. More like freedom here as T1.
Do I think Guangdong is legit? I talk about this. I released a video of D+ versus Guangdong Freaks on my main YouTube channel yesterday. I think Guangdong is still making some pretty bad macro errors, and there are definitely ways to beat them, but they are doing well overall. Cuz in particular has been amazing. He's been really good.
Yeah, Teddy just kind of completely overstepping there. I mean, an important thing is they don't have the level 6 from the Milio to get them out of the Aqua Prison. Now they're super low, and Owner actually kind of baits this.
So I think they're pretty good.
Initially, and then he kind of backs away like, oh, I don't want this, waiting for the backup from Carrier. And Carrier gives him the boost, gives him the extra damage just to make sure he gets the quick kill. And then a nice flash from Pleta at the end, reads that one from Ono well, but solid play from T1. You know, the game looked like, I won't say it was getting out of the hands, but definitely...
He got smacked. Showmaker's Showmaker individually was fine yesterday. I mean, his LeBlanc game was pretty good, right? It was like bad draft game 1. Or like draft diff game 1.
They're going to need more than that if they want to actually win this, especially...
I think it was very hard, you know, past like, you know, 30 minutes, 25 minutes for D+ to win that game.
In position at the same time. Cheeky little smite to deny.
And game 2 was just Cuz owning them.
That is enough. T1 is going to back away.
They got mega poppied.
Yep. I mean, the big thing is they deny the fifth. They deny the little void bub spawning.
Yep.
But also, the way it works, so as I was saying before, the jungle item gives bonus XP when you clear a camp, but you only get that on void bubs for the first one you kill.
Ahaha.
So Owner, he's only gotten 2 void bubs, but he actually gets quite a lot of XP from that. So it is pretty significant. The remaining 2 aren't worth as much investment.
Andal's looking sick. He's looked a lot better than he did at the start of the season. Taeyun was the problem the whole time.
The first one, and Sponge gets the second. They both get the bonus XP.
Yep, and so that's why we often see junglers moving in, taking 1 grub, and then...
Is T1 versus DRX really a banger? Well, what bangers do you want, guys? Which ones happened yesterday? You want me to stream or not? I will turn this stream off right now.
And DRX, yeah, it's not over, right? But we can see
we have to watch the best teams in the world, like T1.
20 CS advantage. Rascal had been trying to move over.
Void grubs are here.
Out his mid lane. Will ignore the fact that he just missed a cannon. Might be able to get himself a plate here, but ooh, yes, there it is. Thankfully, void bub damage going to come through, and it's for me, it's a little bit sad, right? Because
and you know, the bangers only thing is like we have to watch the best teams in the world.
Like it's still falling out of their hands as it goes on.
We do. It must be done.
Okay game state now.
Even when they occasionally play bad teams.
The mid game is really well. A lot of factors come
but our choices last night. So Thunder Talk might have been interesting. But Thunder Talk versus OMG is objectively less worth watching if Thunder Talk loses. Because it's just a kind of mid LPL game than watching T1, one of the top 3 teams in the world, play a game. And we are going to watch the LPL match that happened between LNG and Weibo, which is the actual banger that happened yesterday.
Had moved into position.
But I'm starting with T1 first because you guys care more about T1 than you do about LNG versus Weibo. Colonel Soap, thank you for the tier 1 sub.
For DRX as this game moves towards the mid game.
Yeah,
We have a minute and a bit on these plates.
30 seconds on this next dragon, though, and it feels like both teams are kind of jockeying for position over the river, trying to get control. Oh no, Satab.
Yeah, that's a shockwave, and that is an immediate cease and desist. Satab.
Oh, he lived. Chuck 4D, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
Should go over to T1. He may not be able to get back in time, and definitely not back into position to try and fight for it. But DRX do have control of the bot side.
4 Horsemen is going to be live in 7 hours, as Andrew says in chat. That'll be on the esports layoffs in general. So not just Riot, but the Activision Blizzard ones as well. Owner, fuck the CC.
30 seconds on this next dragon, though, and it feels like both teams are kind of jockeying for position over the river.
Let's see. Q.
Yeah, that's a shockwave.
He was just slightly out of range, so he didn't get the Q hit. Oh, if he hits Q, he's obviously dead. Whoops.
Jockeying for position over the river, trying to get control. Oh no, Satab. Yeah.
To be fair, when he started channeling Q, it was before Shockwave, so Shockwave pulled him out of range. That's just unfortunate. He thought he was in range because he was within range before the Shockwave moved him. Manjiji, thank you for your tier 1 sub. No, he didn't have flash. If he had flash, he would have flashed there. He has flash now. Now he has flash.
Yeah, we see T1 move bot just to answer the wave, and now kind of feel comfortable to set up for this dragon. Satab, they stalled out the recall. He's not going to be back in time, so likely just see DRX give this one up.
Yep.
So owner knew the proper engage range of Vi, but Faker decided to change that.
And Faker is on defense. That's a flash magnet storm. Teddy going to flash out of the way of the tidal wave. Faker should go down. They do secure the dragon.
Worth it.
And the Hextech actually a lot of power if they are able to lock down the soul. As DRX, they do get the kill. They get Teddy's flash on the side of T1 though, so follow-ups could be dangerous here for T1, and they know that. Looking for Pletter as Ardent Blaze is going to fly out of the brush. And now Moonlight Vigil comes in. Gumayushi could be punished yet again. Red-white guns here for Teddy as Pletter is going to tank up the culling, but still T1 able to offer enough back to deter the aggression.
Yeah, 30 CS difference in the top lane, still CS difference in the bot lane.
Right now.
He is.
Gotta be really careful about that. TP actually coming in here from Zeus, going for the bot lane play.
They're not going to expect the Aatrox. Oh my god, there's an Aatrox in the bush. Oh, they got out.
Teddy not going to be too frightened, just able to walk his way out. That's a flash.
Terrible flash by Zeus. Fucking terrible. And, I mean, they got out just by using heal speed boost.
To make it happen. But Zeus teleport there, not the best. It will secure them that bot lane tower, which is something. But
the TP was fine, guys, because it gets you have TP advantage. And so you get, you know, there's not going to be a dragon up for the next few minutes. There's no herald, so there's actually nothing to use TP for before TP comes back up again, right? And both him and Rascal will still have TP up by the time there's an objective that matters to have TP for. So trading TP for bot tower is fine. Trading flash as well is not, obviously.
But yes, does manage to find his way home. Sponge able to take that one down. Nicely done. Zeus just continuing to jungle now.
What are the stakes of this match? Season placement.
See that replay here. I guess they just didn't have clear.
Obviously, this is T1 just beating up on one of the worst teams in the league.
For the kill on the Faker, which is great, but Rascal being in the TP here doesn't really
terrible TP from Rascal.
Unfortunately. And now, with it being a Hextech Soul, with T1 already having a 2-dragon lead, DRX in terms of gold aren't really behind. They're kind of okay, but they're going to need to win this next dragon fight. They're going to need to put a stop to the dragon stacking.
And Sponge is looking to put a stop to Zeus here, who doesn't have flash. Remember, Magna Storm comes down, Emperor's Divide, and he's just going to be swept under the rug. Sponge will take a few too many turret shots, but he isn't going to die for it. And now Rascal is chasing after Faker. Shockwave comes in, but doesn't exactly do what he wants. Still slowed down by the dissonance. Rascal will be deterred as Faker gets into that pixel brush. And now, oh, Moonlight Vigil avoided. That was really cute. Pletter still diving in, and that is not by the dissonance. Rascal will be deterred as Faker gets into that pixel brush. Now, oh, Moonlight Vigil avoided. That was really cute. Pleta still diving in, and that is not really the direction.
Nice dive, force TP. There's not going to be any counterplay unless Gumayushi walks up. Oh, CET doesn't have ult. It's fine. It's fine. He has no ult. Just chunk him out.
Coming in. This is fight after fight after fight here in this mid game. Rascal not quite finding it. Sponge a little bit late to the party. So they're not able to punish T1 for the dive.
Yeah, some non-stop aggression there, and T1 managed to find the dive.
Yeah, good ult by Owner. Very good ult.
To finish up Pleta. And I mean, one advantage is you do burn the flash from the Milio, which can be punished later. We see here, I mean, the thing is Zeus doesn't have ult, doesn't have flash. Not in an ideal situation for this. And he just doesn't really get to do much.
Yeah. Did hit the Infernal Chain, which meant that Sponge took an extra turret shot. Still, not exactly too impactful as Owner gets out of the way of the Moonlight Vigil.
Yeah, Q across into ult.
It seems strange the movement that he went for, and did manage to avoid it just perfectly.
And Pleta's play was a little bit odd.
I didn't understand it either.
I think he was trying to get like the guaranteed Q.
Value on Kwangdong today is crazy. Above 3 odds to take a game and 8 to 10 odds to win series. Interesting.
You can also see how, you know, this is one of the issues with that buy. Milio has so much peel, but if the vibe presses are, you kind of just at the whim to it.
Yeah. But keeping up the aggression, keeping up the tempo, T1 trying to get to a larger advantage. Right now it's really not even evident as Sponge is going to park the Rift Herald probably into this turret. There we go. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, Kwangdong could maybe take a game here.
We've seen definitely some flubs with the Herald drop.
Yeah, Lucid is
Yeah, Kwangdong is 3.0 odds against Gen G for Gen G minus 1.5. That feels pretty good, guys.
Said before the game started that Faker needed 9 kills to get 3,000. So far, he has gotten 0 of those 9, so still 9 to go.
9 to go, yes. Good. I'm glad that we're keeping tabs.
Yeah.
No change. Sponge going to be able to take away a Raptor here. Faker still scaling, of course, as this Orianna will start to do.
They could take a game for sure.
Items come in, only on 1 at the minute.
Gen G's still sloppy enough that they could absolutely lose a game. I mean, they got kind of dumpstered by D+ in the first game of the series. They almost lost game 2 as well.
Can be devastating in these team fights, and DRX are getting closer and closer to team fight.
Hilariously, we're still even in gold. Very unusual situation for T1 at this point.
DRX, couple of items here and there. They're going to be feeling so much better about it. Teddy does have his blood song complete.
Okay, everybody has TP up as we discussed.
Happy Aphelios, 2-1-0. He's down.
Vi doing the old Vi reach around.
How the situation is going. His owner is spotted on vision. DRX immediately back away towards him. Yeah, Rascal is actually going to, like ships in the night. They do go past each other, but there is a flash counter-strike, and Owner is going the wrong direction. Gravitum is going to be picked up by Teddy, and that means that there is no way out. Somehow the kill goes to... They do still probably...
So I like Owner's decision. So he clears this out. And by the way, guys, he has a chance here to use Blast Cone. So he sees this. And he's like, I should definitely go this way. I'm surprised he didn't try and back out, but I guess they were all collapsing, and Zeus is here taking Raptors for reasons. Or Wolves. Oh, he's not taking Wolves. He just came out of the Hex Gate. Never mind.
They do go past each other, but there is a flash counter-strike.
Pink Floyd for the win. Thank you.
Gravitum is going to be picked up by Teddy, and that means that there is no way out. Somehow the kill goes to Pleta, but that is fine. There is no jungler. This might be a dragon opportunity for DRX.
Yeah, big mistake there, Owner. I mean, it was a really good read from the side of DRX, spotting him out with the blue trinket. Just collapsing down, and Rascal, perfect timing coming from the base to answer that.
Ooh, CET's positioning a little bit scary here, but you can see his posturing, trying to find an opportunity for that Emperor's Divide.
Yeah, very weird, because he could go through bot lane because there's no tier 1 turret. Very strange.
I don't know about it. Yeah, does have Pleta there in his back pocket.
Any top laners going to TP? Bubble misses. There's the TP.
T1 is still wanting to fight for this one. That's a flash over the tidal wave. Shockwave comes through though, and that's a great double bubble. Zeus able to take down Might. They do have teleport, and T1 is still wanting to.
All right, so they go on to Faker here.
That's a flash.
What is Satab doing, dude?
Without smite, they do have teleport, and T1 is still wanting to.
So he has no vision in this brush. He walks up straight into tidal wave and just gets mega chunked by Gumayushi.
The tidal wave
Flashes out. Zeus just pops over and kills him. They try and kill Faker. Faker shockwaves them on the flank, slows them both down. Now here comes the kiting. Owner has gotten enough time to get back. Owner has ult if he needs it. Triple kill for Zeus.
Oh no, it's a catastrophe for.
Damn, that was a 4v5. CET ints this though, guys. So first off, just fucking finish the dragon, DRX. Just fucking finish the dragon. What are you doing? Owner's not here. Stop trying to engage. Stop trying to kill Faker. He gets everything he wants right there into double bubble. And CET is just like, I have no sand soldiers and any choke points. Walk up, just get completely wrecked.
Shockwave comes through though, and that's a great double bubble. Zeus able to take down CET here as the dragon is still amongst it. It's a double kill for Zeus, who is just a wrecking ball. And they were a man down, but T1 is still making it.
They had that Drake for free, guys. They were stopping the snowballing, and they decided just to do the most awkward engage of all time. No follow-up. CET completely useless. CET died without using ult. It's a very good tidal wave. But you just have no control here. You have no sand soldiers. You have nothing.
Shockwave comes through though, and that's a great double bubble. Zeus able to take down CET here as a
very bad engage.
Still amongst it. It's a double kill for Zeus, who is just a wrecking ball. And they were a man.
How does Aatrox do so much damage? Well, he didn't run it down. He was actually winning lane that whole time. His CS was a lot higher. He has a lot of money.
Honestly, it felt like they tried to go for the engage. They tried to go for the
he was up like 30 CS at one point in time.
And this Aatrox just kind of slid into the back line and demolished DRX. And now T1 should be able to secure this dragon. I think DRX need to rush straight. Should be able to secure the Baron. And DRX
imagine running onto the Ori and then getting double shockwaved into double bubbled and not killing the Orianna.
And you can see Faker teleported to the bottom lane.
Now he has arm guard, so he's just never going to die. Hilariously, they get Hextech Drake anyway, I guess. But they traded for Baron, so...
will be able to put the ball in if he wants to, but gets the bad news. The Baron is going to be going down. Has to use his flash to avoid that Emperor's Divide. The Sand Soldier's starting to get aggressive. There is still a turret here. And
what was the point of what Faker was doing right there? What was the point? What was the point, guys? Tell me what the point was. You know they're junglers in there. You're just trying to see if they're doing it. Like, you know they're doing it. Where else would they be?
The Baron is going to be going down. Has to use his flash to avoid that Emperor's Divide. The Sand Soldier's starting to get aggressive.
Faker loves the dark jungle this game, guys. He's entranced by the mystery of the dark jungle. He can't keep himself away.
Let's have a look at it one more time.
Yeah, I just think one of the problems is Teddy is very split right now. And then Sponge telegraphs the engage quite significantly. You know, he just starts.
Am I casting or coaching? Nope. I'm just doing streams and shows. So go subscribe to Last Free Nation on YouTube and GG MonteCristo on YouTube. There you go. Done.
The good old lethality Aatrox that, if he does get onto the squishies, just does way too much damage. It feels unfair, and now it's only going to get worse. He has Edge of Night, another Brutalizer, and it's feeling good to be Zeus.
What are the advantages of lethality Aatrox versus Sundered Sky / Sojin? Well, one of them is a sustained tank bruiser build with more ability haste, you know, quicker cooldowns with Sojin, right? And the ability to kind of sustain your way through a team fight, in addition to all the sustain you get from Aatrox ult. The other one is just one-shotting people.
Not wanting to get blown up by DRX.
And DRX, everyone going to gather themselves a blue buff. Good work there by Spun. It's the little victories
that's
you really have to focus on. Yep, copper lining. It's rusting, I think, the linings here as DRX move further and further behind. About 4,000 gold now, the lead for T1. And their Baron power plays have often been relatively good. This is also, harkening back to some of the earlier days.
Kind of headphones do I use? Audio-Technica
If Baron is on
M50X.
the map, they are killing it. You don't need wards on Baron because T1 will be there if it has spawned.
You can just assume.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the entire team for the past, like, 4 seconds,
Yep.
you know where they are.
Or 2 members of said team for 4 seconds, that's where they are.
Yeah.
Gonna now take down the Krugs and now move towards this inner turret. You can see the Baron power play. A modest 2.2k. T1 still wanted to augment that further with the remaining 30 or so seconds. Teddy does have an Infinity Edge now completed. So 3 items, theoretically pseudo 3 items. We include the Blood Song.
You know, and as much as T1 have gotten like a 4,000 gold lead here, which obviously isn't great, they haven't taken any tier 2 structures yet. They didn't get that 3rd dragon, so DRX hold on okay.
Ooh, tidal wave coming in here as Sponge does get knocked up. Great shockwave onto Satab, who's trying to get himself out of there. Ona also using the ult relatively defensively. They take down the turret.
Nah, good. That was a good vial. Follow-up is right there as soon as you take down the turret.
Oh, man.
Rascal's here. He's split pushing. He's Jax. He got a turret, guys.
Now immediately teleports in to try
He does not want this heat, guys.
They get vision of Gumayushi Carrier trying to run away, and Teddy is
Oh, these guys didn't recall? All right. Well,
now finds himself singled
does it
out.
matter? Guess not. He just gets chunked to 50%. Owner's here. No ult.
Really working out here. They changed position kind of.
Wow, they're really going for this. They're sending it, guys. Yeah, get out. Get out.
He does
Get out.
so, but I don't know whether the teleport play really worked, and now he's backing on a ward and will actually get away. It's fine.
This game got very chaotic very quickly.
Yeah, that was odd. Okay, let's have a look at the replay though. Take us through it, Orcs.
Yeah, so the ult connects on the Satab, the culling, the shockwave, a lot of damage. It's actually some decent peel on Owner to stop him connecting on the Satab. But unfortunately, the tower goes down, and DRX are in full retreat mode at this point. And they just end up losing their jungler. And
T1 have the best synergy or BLG? I don't know. BLG looks pretty sick right now, guys. I think BLG, Genji, and T1 are the top 3 teams in the world. But next week, guys, next week, we will do another edition of MonteCristo's Global Power Rankings.
Yeah, I
The
don't
dream.
think they're not really in a position where it's like, okay, we hit this point and we win. It's kind of like we hit this point and maybe
We'll get a little bit more data,
win, hopefully.
and then we're gonna do it.
At this point, trying to find. Well, he does set up a Sun Disc. He gets Acro Prison though, as Carrier is a long way away from the rest of his teammates.
Yeah.
Can speed himself up though.
Do you have a name for that, where you like shuffle behind someone and just put a turret down? I don't think that's been established yet.
I think that's the Shurima construction.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Not sure about that. Not sure about the residential market in Shurima at the moment is struggling a little bit. You had to look at the Shuriman times.
I think part of the problem is that they're structuring these buildings on sand, you know?
Yeah, I've heard of that issue before. Is okay, cease and desist onto Teddy into that backline. He flashes, he does manage to get the ult, but the
Yes, the Vi Ori combo. Well, guys, it was close until it wasn't.
Sponge going to be taken away. Also, and DRX, they're left with only Rascal. And T1 are still chasing after them. It should be Soul Point.
Sorry, Rascal can split push, guys. Rascal is the solo queue guy right now saying, like, refusing surrender votes, saying that he can scale. Never answers the question about, can the enemy team scale? Are we 10,000 gold down, and does scaling not matter? Just insists that you will win by scaling, and that he will just do nothing but split push for the rest of the game.
Owner did this neat trick where what you do is you target the enemy.
That guy is literally the plague of solo queue. You should be banned for that.
Very effective, very strong strategy.
I think that in solo queue, refusing to surrender and then typing "I'm scaling" should auto ban you. That's what I think.
And I feel like I kind of already just explained it. It's like, okay, dash in, press R on the Aphelios, he gets hit by like everything.
The number of hours that those guys have wasted in my life is extraordinary. It's like, dude, I don't care if you rise. We're 15,000 gold down, and they have Dragon Soul. There is no amount of scaling that will save us. Just please surrender.
Every auto really hurting. Cyrilda's in his back pocket as well. And that is the global red buff secured by T1. Baron back on the table as well.
I think people sleep on JDG. Remember, they won LPL and had a very good series versus T1 with that. What?
Still wanting to, by the looks of things, is Teddy, red, white guns, ready to fight. But, oh, dearie me, he is
It's not the
just
same
dying.
team.
Exhaust
It's not the
was
same
able to
team at
press
all.
onto,
This edition of JDG is not the same team. It is a worse JDG.
Rascal? Rascal going for it. Guminushi is somewhat low. The Baron is also somewhat low.
I feel like Rascal is kind of just doing his own thing this entire game.
He's out of there, though. Look at him. He's buying time. Teleporting. Bubble. Dead. It was a cute play. It was a cute plan. Guminushi able to dash himself out of the way. Good shockwave here from Faker as Sponge crashes down on top of him. But Faker's got the arm guard, and he'll keep himself alive.
That arm guard
Really
timing.
something you're too scared about. And
Chef's
now
kiss,
Zeus is
man.
underneath turrets. Not too worried about much at all. Wants to find a third Q. There it is. And Pletter is just wondering where the heck damage is. He wants to go back to being an AD carry, I think. But Umbral dash over the base gate. And Zeus is out of there. And now T1 are just
How did you watch Korean esports when living in the US? I watched VODs mostly.
Leave him alone.
I wasn't watching live.
Cool, isn't it? That's another kill. There's the ace, and T1 will now
Even when I was watching StarCraft, like, you know, either Brood War or, you know, like Golem TV, it was all VODs.
In the early stages until they absolutely